Miss Bullard's kindergarten students. I'm sorry that I cannot be with you today. I have to be absent today, so I have a recorded lesson for you. Unfortunately, this is our last makerspace, and I'm not there. But I think we have a fun lesson that you're going to enjoy, even if it is remote like this. So, as you know, you have been studying trees, and today we're going to use our study of trees and have some fun creating an imaginative world of play about trees. And we're going to do that by creating an imaginary forest. And you can do this with whatever materials that you might have at home. And then I'm going to also walk you through, we're going to have some fun planning one out and looking at different forests and what they might entail. So let's go ahead and let's observe some of these pictures of forests. And let's just take a detailed look at these photos. So as you know, forests are, there's all different types, right? So we might have more of a boreal forest, which is in a more colder region. We might have a tropical forest. You can see that has these lush ferns, lots of water in a forest like that. We might have a coniferous forest, which has these beautiful evergreen trees that stay green throughout the year. And then we have deciduous forests, which are forests like we live near, that have leaves that change color and come and go throughout the seasons. And that was what our lesson was about last week, was how the trees look different in the seasons. So our forests can look different wherever we are in the world and at different times of the year. So you might notice all of these trees are a little bit different depending on the type of forest that we are examining. So today, I want us to do a little brainstorming of what could be in an imaginary forest. So I'm thinking in my head about what is in a forest. So I'm going to write forest brainstorm. Wow, what a fun big word, brainstorm. And remember, since this is recorded, you can stop or start the video whenever you want if you need to pause and work on your writing. Okay, so I know Miss Herb writes pretty fast because she's an adult, but you can pause it and write. Okay, so the first thing that I think of for things in a forest, trees, of course. So I'm going to write trees. Okay, trees, very good. I might also think of grass, bushes, again, pause and start when you need to, water, maybe there's a lake or a stream or puddles, lots of different, there has to be water for the animals to drink. And that makes me think of animals. Well, what type of animals? And the type of animals depends on the type of forest we're talking about. I'm going to focus on the type of forest that's near us because I know the animals that live in those forests. So I think rabbit, birds, and if you want to get specific, you can. There's so many different kinds of birds. There's cardinals, blue jays, robins, owls, so many birds. Squirrels, okay. We have, let's see, I have a fox. I love foxes, they're so beautiful. We might have, let me think, Miss Herb. What else is in our forest? Deer. We see lots of pretty deer in the forest. Or we see pictures of them. Maybe we don't always see them. Maybe you get lucky. Raccoons. That's a good animal for the forest. And one more. Let me think of one more thing that could be in my imaginary forest. One more thing for my imaginary forest. I'm thinking really hard. Remembering when I went to a forest, what did I see? I saw some flowers. Very good. So now I've made a plan of all the things I want to put in my imaginary forest. And now what you do is up to you, depending on well, actually, let's go ahead and draw our plan, and then you can go build it. So let's draw ourselves a forest. Now, if your drawing doesn't have to look just like mine, but I'm going to try to include these things that we made a list about. So I'm going to make a tree, and I'm going to draw a little hole in the tree and let a little bird live in there. And I'm just having fun drawing. You draw at your own pace. Okay. Making my forest plan. I need to put some grasses, like I said. I'm going to put some bushes. And in bushes, that creates more homes for other animals, like my rabbit. Okay, and I've got the water. A little stream with some rocks and some flowers. See how I'm just making a plan for my imaginary forest? And you can make one too. It's so fun to play imagination. I need another tree in my forest for some different creatures. And in this one, I'm going to put my little squirrel. I love squirrel tails. They're so fun. Cute little squirrel. Okay, give them some arms. Alright, got a squirrel there. And then I said I was also going to put a fox. I'm going to put just like a little sneaky fox peeking out. There's my little sneaky fox. Peeking out behind the tree, looking at the rabbit. Watch out, rabbit. Alright, and I also said I was going to do a deer. I'm going to do a deer over here. I'm just going to do the deer head. And my deer is eating some leaves off the bush. Okay, let's check my list for my imaginary forest. I have a tree. I have grass, I have bushes, I have water, I have rabbits, I have birds, I have squirrels, I have a fox, I have a deer, I have raccoon. I didn't include a raccoon. I said I wanted to have a raccoon. I'm going to do the back of a raccoon, which is pretty fun. And I'm going to do its fun tail. And its legs there. So that's just kind of fun to mix it up and do the back of an animal. So we've got the raccoon that's turned around in the picture, silly raccoon, and then we've got the flowers. I've got a great plan here. Now, depending on what I have at home, I might want to just use my time to color my plan, and that's my imaginative world that I've created. And I can just, I could maybe make the animals say things, or I could think about what they're doing. Or if you have some Legos at home, you can build yourself a little forest and include all of these things. Or maybe you have some blocks, or maybe you have some stuffed animals, or whatever you have, make yourself a fun forest and have some fun playing imagination, okay? That's what it's all about today, is enjoying thinking about these creatures and plants that make up a forest, and then getting to imagine the world that they live in. Okay, makers, that's my lesson for you today. Pretty simple, but pretty fun. So enjoy your brainstorming, making that list, creating a plan, and then building in your own creative way. I will see you next time. Goodbye, makers. Have a good day.